Hi everyone, Renee Coover here with AmSpa. As always, we believe it is so important to keep our members up to date with the most current laws and regulations. So I'm coming to you today with some clarifications for our Illinois members in regard to microblading. As you may know, microblading is fast becoming a very popular procedure in medical spas across the country, thanks to its minimally invasive nature and the very little downtime that it requires. Recently received a lot of member questions and concerns related to microblading, and we wanted to share with you an update that we received from the Illinois Department of Public Health in regards to who can actually perform microblading in Illinois. So in Illinois, microblading is actually considered a form of permanent makeup, and it falls under the body art procedures in our state, and this is regulated by the Illinois Department of Public Health. The department has made it very clear that to perform microblading, an establishment actually has to register with the state as a body art establishment, and this is different than other medical practices where you register with the IDPH, the Illinois Department of Financial and Professional Regulation. So instead of registering with IDPH for a body art establishment, the practice actually has to register with the Illinois Department of Public Health. Now, the department has also recently made it clear that microblading does not fall under the license of either cosmetologists or estheticians, meaning that if you are a cosmetologist or esthetician, unfortunately, you are not allowed to perform microblading in Illinois. So who can perform microblading? That's the question that we've been getting over and over from our members. The Department of Public Health has made it clear that microblading can be performed by body artists, which is the term that they've given people who have registered a body art establishment, and the individual who's performing the procedure must have OSHA training for bloodborne pathogens and must be proficient, of course, in that microblading procedure. So there is one exception to this, and it's only for physicians in Illinois. If microblading is being performed by a physician in a physician's office, there is no need to register as a body art establishment with the Illinois Department of Public Health. However, if microblading is being performed by anyone other than a physician in the physician's office, the practice still does need to register with the Illinois Department of Public Health. The process itself is pretty easy. You fill out an application, you pay a $500 fee, and then once you've gone through that process, the state does send out an inspector who will conduct an investigation to ensure that the establishment is actually following all the rules and regulations in place. I wanted to also add that the Department of Public Health, when we spoke to them, has cautioned everyone, and we want to caution our members, that you should also check with your particular city and county within the state of Illinois to find out if there's any additional requirements for licensing or registration to make sure that you're compliant both on the state and the local level. So although this rule is particular to Illinois and is mainly for our Illinois members, we do encourage all of our members to check with your local state authorities to find out whether microblading is regulated at all, and if so, who is regulating it and who can perform microblading. So thank you so much, and we appreciate all of our members, and we hope that this was helpful. Take care. One thing I wanted to add, which I forgot to mention in the previous microblading update, is in regard to estheticians and cosmetologists specifically in Illinois. I know we get a lot of questions from estheticians as to whether they can perform microblading. Presumably, I think anyone who is over the age of 18 and has completed OSHA training on bloodborne pathogens from a professional training course can perform microblading, since there's no license or certification for a body artist to perform microblading. The caveat being that the IDPH has put out a statement which prohibits estheticians and cosmetologists specifically from performing microblading. But since it's not the practice of medicine, presumably estheticians could take off their esthetician hat and perform microblading as long as they are acting as a body artist and they have the requisite training and experience as a body artist in Illinois. If you have any other questions or need more information on this topic, please feel free to visit the AmSpa website, and if you are not a member, we encourage you to become a member. Thank you so much.